Wes du har min friend and welcome to another video. I couldn't wait to make this video. I was so excited about it you wouldn't believe. And just when I was about to sit down and record, a thunderstorm came. So the god of thunder himself is amused by this news. But let us first say what needs to be said, and that is that Tolkien's world, Arda, which is an elvish word for the world, his Middle Earth basically, as it is popularly known, is of course a fictitious world. It is a fairy tale world, but Tolkien based his world on something real, something from the primary world, from our world, the reality, and that is the ancient Europe, the medieval European regions. And especially then the northern European regions, the western European regions, and the middle European regions. And at the time, circa around 900 AD, there were no African-looking people in Europe at all. And if you read The Lord of the Rings and The Silmarillion and The Hobbit, if you saw Peter Jackson's trilogy, you know that there were absolutely no African-looking people living in Middle-earth, right? We might see somebody like that in Harat, or some Eastern-looking people among the Westerlings, but other than that, I'm sorry. There were many shades of people's skin in ancient Europe, but most certainly not African-looking people. I'm sorry if you can hear some background noises. This is the thunderstorm I mentioned just a minute ago. So there you go. I'm sorry, these are the facts. And after we have stated the facts, let us read this awesome news that came out from the mouth of Amazon Studios chief. So Lord of the Rings needs to work for a giant global audience, says Amazon Studios chief. The stakes are high for the Amazon Studios' upcoming Lord of the Rings series, with a reported first season budget of $465 million. It will be one of the most expensive shows ever made. How to justify such an expensive endeavor? Speaking to The Hollywood Reporter, Amazon Studios chief Jennifer Salk said it was mostly due to the madness of the market, now noting that Netflix paid $469 for 2 sequels to Knives Out. I think, did she mean millions? I don't know. But she also revealed Amazon's lofty expectations for the forthcoming prequel. As for how many people need to watch The Lord of the Rings, a lot, laughs, ha ha ha. A giant global audience needs to show up to it as appointment television, and we are pretty confident that it will happen. La la la. Naturally, every show wants to garner a large audience, but Amazon is setting a high bar for The Lord of the Rings. In today's world of fragmented entertainment, few shows can be called event television. Like its competitors, Amazon appears eager to fill the void created by the Game of Thrones, which capped off its run with a finale watched by 19.3 million viewers. It'll face competition from Disney's run of very successful MCU and Star Wars shows, as well as planned Game of Thrones prequel. As for where all that money is actually going, Salk says that most of it is about building up the infrastructure for the rest of the show. This is a full season of a huge world-building show. The number is a sexy headline or a crazy headline that's fun to click on, but it is really building the infrastructure of what will sustain the whole series. But it is a crazy world and various people on the Zoom, mostly la-di-da-di-da-di-da, bullshit, bullcrap. But this is what is absolutely the most interesting and the most important and the most outrageous of all these things. Amazon's The Lord of the Rings, every confirmed actor. I know you need to appeal to the entire world, or you think so, but let me know. Tell me, did you need to do any of this when the original Lord of the Rings trilogy, directed by Peter Jackson, came out? Did you need to include inclusion, representation, diversity? Did you need to suck up to each and every marginalized group? Did you need to make the inhabitants of Middle-earth looking like they wouldn't look if they were real, or they don't look at all in the novels or in the original films? So when you just flip through these actors, I know people will say, "Oh yes, but they were the, they were the Numenorians who..." No, no, no. Tolkien specifically described Numenorians as being tall, as being pale, as being grey-eyed, or either blonde or dark-haired. If this woman played a Haradrim or an orc, I would be okay with it. If this man played somebody from Harad or an orc, I would be okay with it. But I have this strong suspicion, this never-ending suspicion that they will play elves. So this is my prediction. I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, I will apologize later. But I don't think I'm wrong. I am rarely wrong when talking about these things. So, my friends, let me know in the comments down below what you think, if we're going to see this elf or not. I don't know.